Finally, I received my permanent resident card after 2 months from the date I resubmitted my application after it was returned to me due to photo issue. This time, my name on my new PR card is already changed to my married name since my previous one that is not yet expired has my maiden name on it. And of course, now that I have my new PR card, I have to destroy it even if its expiry date has not passed, as it is what stated in the letter. They will also provide a travel journal for you to keep track on your travel dates outside Canada that you can use when you apply for a new PR card in the future.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to our channel. So today's video we are going to talk about applying for a new permanent resident card or renewing your permanent resident card or applying for a new permanent card for a change of name due to marriage. In my case, I became a permanent resident when my passport was still on my maiden name or single name. So I got my first ever permanent resident card with my maiden name on it since I used my passport with my maiden name when we applied for a spousal application. Then, a few months later, I applied for a new passport to change my name from my maiden name to my married name. So right when I got my new passport with my married name on it, I then applied for a new PR card for a change of name due to marriage. Even if my PR card is not yet expired since the validity of your card is 5 years, I still applied for a change of name since I want to use the same name here in Canada. So I applied online using the new portal last July 28 of 2023. But then, sad to say, my application was returned after 2 months due to photos. But I resubmitted my application on the same day that it was returned to me, and then I used the same portal and the same application as well as the photo. I know that the photo I submitted was correct and followed the guidelines, so I didn't go to have my photo taken again, and I decided to just use the same one. So what I did, I took a picture of the back of my photo with all the details using my phone and not the scanner of my printer. It is because when I used the printer for my first application, it was too big, and this time I used my phone and then just cropped it. So they returned my application 2 months after I submitted my application. So I submitted it July of 2023, and then they returned it to me on September of 2023. And then I resubmitted it on the same day. Then after 2 months that I resubmitted my application, it was approved last November of 2023 and got my new permanent resident card last December of 2023 because of the delivery time. So let's talk about this application one by one.
To start with, open your internet website browser and type in this link, and I will also include this link in the description box below, then enter. Then you will be redirected to Permanent Residence Portal. So you can use this portal if you apply for permanent residence, apply on behalf of another individual for permanent residence, apply for, renew, or replace a permanent resident card, apply for a permanent resident travel document or PRTD, and confirm your permanent residence. Here, if you scroll down, you will be able to see this part where if you are a licensed representative, so just click on this link here. But since we are doing it on our own, we have to sign into our account. Here you have to enter your username or email address and then your password. And if you scroll down at the bottom, you will also be able to create an account if you don't have an account yet. Then click create an account. Then you just have to enter your email address and create your password and confirm your password. So make sure that you follow these requirements down here. Then click on I have read and accept the terms of use and privacy policy, and then click on create an account. And since we already have an account, we have to go back to the first part, which is to sign in to our own account. So enter your username and then your password, then click on sign in. So this is what your account looks like. You will also be able to see all your previous applications. Now let's start to create our application for a new PR card. So click on Create New Application. Then here there's an option for program under which you're applying, whether permanent residence including refugee resettlement or PR card renewal and PR travel document. Just select PR card renewal and PR travel document. And for this situation, choose between I am in Canada or I am outside Canada. Then scroll down below. Then here you'll be able to read more about PR card processing. Then once done reading and understood this disclaimer, click on the box and then click on Apply for PR card. Then here it says that use this application if you did not receive your card within 180 days of immigrating, are renewing your card, are replacing a lost, stolen, or damaged card, are changing the name on your PR card to reclaim your indigenous name, are changing your gender designation, or a permanent resident and requesting a PR card for the first time. Then here, there are more PR card application information. So review the eligibility criteria, click on the link, check how to apply through the portal, check the application guidelines or document checklist, and then here there's a link if you want to pay your fees. But we will talk about how to pay your fees later. So continue to scroll down below. And here you'll be able to see upload proof if the permanent resident card request is urgent. Qualify for urgent permanent resident card processing, you must be traveling within the next 3 months due to the following reasons: a job opportunity, your own serious illness, the death of a family member, work related to your current job, the serious illness of a family member, or you are in crisis, emergency, or a vulnerable situation. So click yes if your request is urgent. Then provide the date of travel and provide your reason. Choose the reasons mentioned earlier. Let's say job opportunity and click upload. But click no if your request is not urgent. Then proceed below. So these are the application forms. The documents you uploaded in this application are automatically saved, so you can come back later and then continue your application. And note that your application is not considered complete until you submit it for processing. And once submitted, you will also receive a confirmation of submission. So now let's talk about all the documents you need for your PR card application. So just complete or submit the documents that applies to you. Now let's talk about IMM 5444 application for permanent resident card. For this form, you don't need to download it since you have to complete it here in this portal. Click Edit or Start. First is Application Situation. Select Renew your present PR card, replace a lost, stolen, or damaged PR card, or obtain your first PR card. Then input your UCI number. Then Language of Correspondence, English or French. Then the date you became a PR in Canada. Year, month, and date. Next is the place you became a PR in Canada. Name of city of port of entry and the province. Scroll down and click Save and Continue. Next is your personal details. Here you have to provide your full name exactly as shown on your record of landing, confirmation of permanent residence, or your last PR card. Then in 2.2, enter your current name if different from above. This is the name that will appear on your PR card or PRTD. So here in 2.2, I provided my married name since in my 2.21, that was my maiden name, since I want to have my name changed on my PR card. Make sure to provide the supporting documents for this change of name. Next is the physical characteristics. Provide your gender, eye color, and height. Then followed by the birth information. Provide your date of birth and country or territory of birth. Next is country, countries or territories of citizenship. If you have more than one country or territory of citizenship, then use this second box. 2.6 Current residential address in Canada. Provide PO box, apartment, street number, street name, city, postal code, and province. 2.7 Current mailing address in Canada. Just fill it out if it is different from your current address. And just leave it blank if your current mailing address and your current residential address is the same. Then proceed to 2.9 primary telephone number. Just click on Canada or US, but if you have other number other than Canada and US, then click on Other. Then for 2.10 alternative telephone number if you have one. Then answer yes or no if you would like them to contact you using the email address you provided. Then 2.12 current marital status. Just select which one applies to you. Then provide the date you were married or entered into a common law relationship. Then click Saved and Continue. Number 3, immigration history. Just answer yes or no to these following questions. Have you ever been issued a removal order from Canada? Has an immigration officer ever issued you an inadmissible report under subsection 44(1) of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act? Have you ever lost your status as PR of Canada? Have you ever submitted an appeal to the Immigration Appeal Division of the Immigration and Refugee Board against a decision on the residence obligation? And have you ever been issued any of the following documents: travel document and PR travel document? Then click Save and Continue. Number 4, personal history. For 4.1 address history inside and outside Canada, it says here that you have to list your address history for the past 5 years, or if you became a PR less than 5 years ago, your address history since becoming a PR. List your activities in order from the most recent to the oldest. And in order to add a row to the table, you have to click on the plus symbol. And make sure that you click on Save Table so everything will be saved. So since I became permanent resident less than 5 years ago, so my starting date should be the day I became a permanent resident here in Canada. Then followed by the present date, which is today. So as what mentioned earlier, if you need more row, just click on the plus button under the actions. Then continue filling out the form based on your activity. Make sure that you don't leave any gap on the date provided, because once you click on Save Table, something will pop up and it won't be saved. So just click on Clear Table to do it again, or the garbage can symbol under Actions. So once your activities has no error and you click on Save Table, it will then be saved. Then proceed to Work and Education History inside and outside Canada. It's just the same, just provide the last 5 years, or if you became a permanent resident less than 5 years, then provide your work and education history since you became a permanent resident. And if you have not worked or studied, just provide the activities that you did, either volunteering, homemaker, retired, or unemployed, and etc. Just do the same, start with the oldest to recent, and leave no gap. Then saved table, and saved and continue. And for number 5, residency obligation, time spent outside Canada. Just answer yes or no to these following questions. Have you traveled or lived outside Canada in the past 5 years? Have you been employed on a full-time basis by a Canadian business outside Canada or in the federal public administration or the public service of a province while you were absent from Canada? Have you been accompanying a Canadian citizen who is your spouse or common law partner, or in the case of a child, your parent while you were absent from Canada? And if you said yes, you have to provide proof of Canadian citizenship of that person and relationship to you as a supporting documents, as well as if you've been accompanying a PR who is your spouse or common law partner, or in the case of a child, your parent, and who is employed on a full-time basis by a Canadian business outside Canada, or in the federal public administration or the public service of a province while you were absent from Canada. Then time spent outside Canada. Make sure that you provide all your absences from Canada during the past 5 years or since becoming a PR if less than 5 years ago, and list it from most recent to the oldest, and also include a reason for the absence in the table below. So the date here at from and to is your answer at 1.4 date you became a PR in Canada. So make sure that you enter the right date. So let's say, for example, in my case, we went back to the Philippines for vacation. So the reason of absence is other, and then I type vacation. Then click Save Table. So here below, you have options to answer at reasons of your absence, whether A, B, C, or other. And just read an instruction guide for more guidance. And here you'll be able to see the duration of all your absences in Canada based on your answer. And it says here that if your total time spent outside Canada is less than 1,095 days, you meet the residency requirements. And if it is equal to 1,095 days, you may not meet the residency requirements. Then for 5.7 humanitarian and compassionate grounds, you can fill it out if it applies to you. And if it doesn't apply to you, just scroll down and then click on complete and return to application. And you will be redirected back to your forms. And if you've completed the IMM 5444, then that status will change to ready to submit. And if you haven't completed it, it will show in progress. Or if you want to edit it, just click on edit. Next is IMM 5644, the document checklist. To get this, just click on download, then click on this link and it will be downloaded. Then complete this form. And once done, you have to upload this in the portal. Just click on upload. And make sure that you save your documents last name, first name, and the name of the form, just like this example. And once it is uploaded, it will show here ready to submit. Then continue with other forms if it applies to you. IMM 5476 use of representative, IMM 5475 authority to release personal information, IRM 002 request for a change of sex or gender, IRM 0004 confirmation of eligibility for a claimed name change, IRM 0005 statutory declaration to reclaim an indigenous name on Canadian citizenship certificates or permanent resident cards. And lastly, IMM 5409 statutory declaration of common law union. Next is photos. Just click on add or edit. So here are the following photo requirements. Make sure that you follow all these following requirements so that your application won't be returned. Here you have to answer the type of photo. Either photo taken by professional photographer received in digital format or photo taken by a professional photographer printed on paper and then scanned by a scanner or a personal device such as laptop, phone, handheld camera, etc. So select which one applies to you. Then click on upload photo and find where you save your photo. And it says here that use the blue rectangle crop box to center and fit your head between the two circular green lines and ensure your chin touches the bottom of the circle. If you're unable to use your cursor to drag and crop your photo to meet the photo requirement, a case worker can do it for you once your photo is submitted. Then click apply. Then they will validate your photo. And if you want to replace your photo, click on replace photo or click edit if you want to edit it. Then click on the box for declaration. Click next. Next is to upload the back of your photo. Click on upload and find that photo where you saved it. Then let's proceed in uploading the required supporting document. Then click on document checklist link to know what are the documents that you need to submit. And make sure that you follow these considerations written here. So in labeling your documents, make sure that you write your last name, first name, and then the document type and then number, if there's more than one, and label the document properly. For example, if it is for your child, then put the name of your child, and if it is for your husband, then the name of your husband. And if it is your document, then label it to your name. And for the photos, make sure that the back of the photo must contain the name and date of birth of the subject, as well as the name and complete address of the photography studio and the date of the photo was taken. And the accepted files are only PDF, JPEG, JPG, and PNG. And the accepted file size is only 4 MB maximum. And for the photo, it should be 420 by 540 pixels for the minimum. And if you want to reduce your files, you can use I Love PDF application. So let's continue. So these are the documents I submitted for my application. So to upload your documents, this is how you do it. Just click on document type, click select. You have to choose between identity and civil status documents, letter of vaccination, supplementary travel log, passport or other primary ID document, PR card, proof of residency in Canada, supporting legal documentation as proof of name change, humanitarian and compassionate grounds request letter, travel documents and passport, translation and affidavit, proof of full-time Canadian employment outside Canada, marriage certificate, divorce certificate, adoption order, relative relatives' PR card or citizenship certificate, proof of spouse Canadian employment outside Canada, identity document, birth certificate, and other. Then select one at a time. Then choose a file and then find where you saved it. Then click Upload. So once you've completed all the supporting documents, make sure that you review it and you didn't miss any document. And as what I've mentioned earlier, you have to save your attachment like this way. Last name, first name, and then the name of your document. So for example, you uploaded a wrong document, just click on the delete button and then upload again. And once everything is correct and completed, let's proceed to payment. Just scroll down and then upload your proof of payment. To pay for fees, you have a valid email address and a credit card or Canadian debit card, and click on online payment link. Then you will be redirected to this page. Then read the following information as well as the steps. And once you're ready, go to step 3 to pay for your fees. And choose between the two options. Answer questions to get fees or see list of fees. Here, let's do option 1. Click on Answer Questions to get fees. Click on Permanently Live in Canada or Get Permanent Resident Document. And click Continue. Then click on I am applying for Permanent Resident Document. And click Continue. Then click on Permanent Resident Card. Then Continue. And input how many documents you want to pay for. Let's say 1 and then continue. So for permanent resident card, you have to pay for 50 Canadian dollar. So to pay your fees, click on Login and Pay. Then provide your email and then your password. And then click on Login. So once you completed your payment, you have to go back and then upload your receipt. You will be able to receive your receipt through your email. Then let's continue on the declaration. Click on Start. So click on the box which one applies to you. Make sure that you read it carefully. And once done, scroll down and then provide the signature of applicant. So since it is electronic, just provide your first name and then your last name, as well as the date. Provide the city, province, and country. Then answer if you are currently out of Canada or have left Canada since starting this application. And click on Complete and Return to Application. Then review the documents that you uploaded and make sure that everything is ready to submit, and then click on Submit Your Application. And once you submitted your application, you will no longer be able to make any changes at all. Finally, I received my permanent resident card after 2 months from the date I resubmitted my application after it was returned to me due to photo issue. This time, my name on my new PR card is already changed to my married name since my previous one that is not yet expired has my maiden name on it. And of course, now that I have my new PR card, I have to destroy it even if its expiry date has not passed, as it is what stated in the letter. They will also provide a travel journal for you to keep track on your travel dates outside Canada that you can use when you apply for a new PR card in the future.
So that's it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you have questions, just comment down below and I will try my best to respond to your questions.